Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best custom maps created by a lot of you guys in the community, which is why I'm really excited to show this video off today. I'm going to be showing you guys 6 custom created concept maps for, I guess, future Grand Theft Auto games or updated versions of existing games that would be really cool if they were recreated. And what I want to do is hear from you guys in the comments section down below on which one you think is the best. And I just want to have a little friendly competition to see if, you know, one was to be selected for the next Grand Theft Auto, which one would you like to see it chosen? So we're going to be starting off with a bonus map, and this comes from Tommy Voori, and he actually tweeted me one of his hand-drawn Vice City maps. And every time someone sends me something like this that's extremely creative and hand-drawn, because I'm terrible at drawing and artistic talent, I'm awful at that. So every time I see something like this, I get really impressed. So let's just quickly run over this. Obviously, you've got pretty much like the two main conglomerate of islands, the one on the right and then the one on the left, with the two little islands in the middle, Viceport, Starfish Island. But this is really cool. This is a really nice updated version of Vice City. And obviously, if this was made into a little bit of a bigger map, and clearly we don't have all the details of something Rockstar would do, but you can see a lot of cool places like the VC Army Base, the International Airport, as well as VC Islands down south, which looks really awesome. So Tommy, thanks so much for sending this in. That was really cool of you, man. And obviously the fact that you hand-drawn that entire thing is pretty fantastic, considering I am absolutely, like I said, terrible at stuff like that. I find that really impressive, so great job. Now, I also wanted to mention this before we get started, is that the ones I'm showing in this video today are only going to be new ones. I'm not retouching on other concept maps that I've shown off. So these are going to be some of the best that I've seen that are also brand new. There's a lot of amazing concept maps that I've looked at previously, but because I don't want to like bore you guys and rehash the same maps, we're going to be excluding those. All right, well, let's get into the countdown. So this isn't any particular order of ones I love more or less, but this first one is the San Andreas 2016 update, and it actually comes from Danny Leckbaum on the GTA Forum site. I'll be sure to leave links to this in the description, and you can see this is a massive map, and it looks to be maybe like 3/5, 3/4 of the way done. So this is really, really cool. Now, obviously, it's an updated version of kind of what we know from GTA 5. In the bottom right-hand corner, you can see very similar remnants to the Grand Theft Auto 5 map, as well as some new additions like multiple airports that have been added, as well as a bunch of different other kind of little tiny islands. In that bottom right-hand corner, you can also see what looks to be a tropical area. I'm not sure if it would be the equivalent of Vice City, but it's kind of like down south a little bit more. And a little bit to the north of that, we can see another little smaller city that's kind of bordering the desert, which I think is pretty cool. And obviously, like I said, if you move over to the left of this map, you can see other things like Fort Zancudo, a little bit of Palito Bay. But then as you move way farther north, we look to get into what I'm going to guess is going to be San Fierro, and then a little bit more maybe into the kind of Midlands, Midwest part of this map. So you can clearly see the San Fierro there with that beautiful bay of water in the center. That's one thing I really miss from Grand Theft Auto 5 is there isn't like an internal body of water that I think is really awesome to like take a boat into and swim in. Now we've got the Alamo Sea, but that's just surrounded by desert. I'm talking about like a nice, big, beautiful body of water that's surrounded by cities and airports, and you can see planes flying in. So I think this is really incredible. Now, obviously, you could probably tell in the desert area, that's likely where a city like Las Venturas would go. But overall, this is a very, very cool map. Tons of details, lots of big cities, lots of big open like forest and desert too. So I think once he does complete this, this actually will be pretty awesome. All right, moving on. Our next map is from Kill Drift Theft Vehicle. And this is actually a GTA USA map, which I think is super cool. And what's great about this is it's more of obviously like a zoomed out view, and we really get to see all the different territories. So you can clearly see like there's San Andreas, you've obviously got Liberty, you've got Pantanos, which is the Florida region, I guess you could say. You can clearly see North Yankton and South Yankton. And if that map wasn't cool enough, he also provided like a color-coded one, which made it a lot easier to see. So you can see a bunch more places like Texaco, you can see Liberty, you can obviously see New Ireland, which I think is really awesome. So how cool would it be to be able to see all of the different places in the GTA universe in one United States map? I think this would be incredible. And if you look close enough in this map too, you can see the individual cities. Like you can see Liberty City, you can see Los Santos, you can see Vice City. So I think this is really incredible. And as far as USA maps go, this would be amazing. Like if you knew what county you were in, like San Andreas County or Liberty County. So this one gets me really excited just because of the amazing potential. And I really do think this is so cool. All right, moving on, we've got a map from Phoenix on the GTA forums, and this is Rainer, which I believe is supposed to be Seattle, Washington. So I wanted to choose this one because it was kind of different from all the other ones that we had looked at. And you can see he's put together a really nice piece here that shows off this city really, really well. So Rainer, or Seattle, I guess in real life, pretty dense, pretty compact, lots of waterways. You can see the very busy streets. I noticed an airport down to the kind of bottom right, which I think looks pretty cool. And another thing I really love about this is he's got like the legend that you can see on the left, which is really cool because it shows off all the places of interest, shopping, entertainment, services, activities, public services. So this would be really cool. Now, the only thing I'm worried about here is it's so small, it's so condensed, that would it be a little bit too compact? I don't really see any like open roads to drive on, but I could still see it being pretty cool if Rockstar wanted to take another direction, like going to a more compact city. Maybe they could add some other islands, or maybe they could add some, other places to help with this. But overall, the start of this city, Rainer, looks really, really cool. And I definitely think this would be a unique twist if it were to be a future setting of a Grand Theft Auto game. I just mean the compact city, the small airport, all of it's kind of really cool, but it's just got this unique flavor to it that I think is pretty interesting. So let me know what you think about this one also. All right, this next map was created by Aganachu, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, on the GTA forums, and he's calling this Scottsville. And this is a pretty detailed map, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I almost want to say this would be really cool if it was extended into like a further map that had more to it, because this looks really cool. It's just also extremely compact. Like it looks like an entire city was compacted into like a fourth of the size. So, I mean, look how dense this is. You can clearly see the airport up in the top left-hand corner. You can see those beautiful beaches, the bridges that go over the massive waterways and structures. This is something I think would be really cool for like one city of a bigger map. I really like what you've done here with the incredible detail. I mean, you can see how much time he's put into this with like all the little cities and all the little like docks and all the little ports. So this is really, really cool. And there's also some just unique features that I'm kind of interested. Like there's this kind of like donut shape in the bottom left-hand corner that almost looks like a stadium, but I can't really tell exactly what that is. On the bottom right, there looks to be a giant shipping port as well. Like you can see a big ship in there, and it's just really, really awesome. And it looks like as we go farther up north, it gets a little bit more rural and obviously a little bit less urban. So this one is really cool. Obviously, Scottsville, I guess you came up with that name and created it for yourself, but I really like this. And obviously, I love the fact that the bridges kind of go over all the different waterways and you'd be able to drive in between the cities, which again is something I really do miss from Grand Theft Auto 5. So overall, great map, really cool. I just wish we got to see more of it. All right, up next, we've got a really special map. This one is a 2016 updated version of Liberty City from Liberty King. And wow, is there a ton of detail here. As you can clearly see, you can see some of the main places from Grand Theft Auto 4. You've got Bohan, Algonquin, Broker, but there's just so much to this map. It almost reminds me of Liberty State as compared to Liberty City, which I think is really cool because you can see all these new areas like Liberton, Staunton Island. You can clearly see the area north of Bohan, which looks to have some beaches as well, to the area west of Dukes. There was obviously an expansion to the Francis International Airport. There's kind of like a mini airport off to the side. And there also seems to be a bunch of other islands added, like President's Island. There's a bunch of like cemetery islands also. So this looks incredible. Not only is the detail pretty spot on from what we remember and know from Grand Theft Auto 4. But like I said, there's also a ton of new places, even new cities that I think would be amazing and epic to explore. One thing that's definitely got my attention is that giant island in the south, Staunton Island. I mean, wow, this is insane. That's the one thing I love so much about Liberty City is you've got the dense city, and in particular on this map, you've also got the kind of open wilderness, waters, beaches that you can explore if you really just want to immerse yourself in the world and not get trapped up in the city life. So Liberty King, this one is absolutely fantastic. And if we were to go back to Liberty City, I'd love to see something like this ultimately recreated. This is so cool. All right, and finally, last but not least, we're going to be looking at a map created by Midnight Hitman, and this is the capital city. So this is supposed to be modeled after Washington, D.C. in the United States. So you can tell it's pretty dense and compact. I would say this is maybe about a third or maybe like 2/5 the size of, I would guess, Liberty City's map, but ultimately really cool. You can tell a giant part of this map is kind of like an airport or like a military hangar as of some sort. You can clearly see that takes up like a lot of the lower left-hand portion of the map. You can also see some pretty major buildings like the Pentagon, the Capitol. You can see all the major Washington, D.C. icons that you would pretty much be able to see if you went there today. So I really do love the start of this map. And if there was just like one or two different islands, or if it was just like, 1.5 times bigger, I think this would be a pretty incredible GTA map. I'd love to hear from you guys as well in the comment section, because I really do love the way that GTA portrays really famous landmarks. Obviously, you've got the Vinewood sign, which is the Hollywood sign, but there's a ton in, I guess, Washington, D.C., like the Pentagon, the Capitol building. So it would be really, really interesting to see how Rockstar portrayed that and all those pretty famous icons that are there in that city. But anyways, those are all the concept maps that we're going to be looking at today for a possible future GTA game. Once again, let me know which one you thought was the best in the comments section down below. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.